The Persian Empire, rise and glory of an ancient superpower. History is full of stories that feel larger than life, but few are as grand or inspiring as the tale of the Persian Empire. Imagine an ancient superpower that spanned 3 continents, from the mountains of India to the shores of Greece, and set the standard for what it meant to rule an empire. This is the story of the Persian Empire, a civilization of innovation, tolerance, and power. In today's video, we'll explore how it rose to greatness, its iconic achievements, epic battles, and the incredible legacy it left behind. If you're ready to uncover the past, let's dive in. Our journey begins among the rugged hills and valleys of ancient Persia, roughly where modern-day Iran is located. In these fertile lands, various nomadic tribes made their home. For centuries, they were fragmented, each living independently, with little ambition for unification. But in the mid-6th century BCE, one leader emerged to change their destiny forever, Cyrus the Great. Cyrus wasn't just a warrior, he was a visionary. His dream was to unite the scattered peoples of Persia under one banner and build an empire that could stand the test of time. And so, the Achaemenid Empire, as it was known, was born. Cyrus swiftly conquered neighboring kingdoms, but unlike many ancient rulers, he didn't rule through fear or cruelty. Instead, he introduced something revolutionary for his time: governance based on tolerance. One of his greatest moments came when he conquered Babylon. Instead of enslaving its citizens, Cyrus freed thousands of captives, including the Jewish people who had been exiled there. This earned him not just respect, but reverence, and he became known as a liberator rather than a conqueror. In building his empire, Cyrus laid the foundation for what would become the largest and most sophisticated empire the world had ever seen. After Cyrus's death, leadership passed to a line of capable successors, most notably Darius I, who would oversee the transformation of Persia from a vast territory into a finely tuned administrative powerhouse. Darius took the concept of governance to the next level by organizing the empire into provinces known as satrapies, each governed by an official called a satrap. This system ensured that local regions retained some autonomy while still being part of a larger centralized empire. Darius also established a standard currency, which revolutionized trade across the empire, tying together a diverse network of peoples and cultures. But perhaps one of Darius's most stunning achievements was the construction of the Royal Road, a marvel of ancient engineering. Stretching over 1,500 miles, the Royal Road connected the farthest corners of the empire. It wasn't just a highway for traders, it was the lifeblood of the empire, enabling rapid communication, troop movements, and goods transportation. In fact, it's said that couriers could traverse the entire distance of the empire, a 2-month journey, in about a week. Darius also oversaw monumental projects like Persepolis, a city that was part palace, part administrative hub, and thoroughly awe-inspiring. Its grand columns, intricate carvings, and sophisticated design were a testament to the empire's wealth and cultural sophistication. An empire of Persia's size required a military capable of defending its borders and maintaining order. Enter the Persian army, one of the most formidable fighting forces of the ancient world. It was a true melting pot, with soldiers drawn from the many cultures and regions within the empire, each bringing unique skills to the battlefield. Persian archers, infantry, and cavalry were trained to perfection, creating a well-rounded and highly adaptive fighting force. At its core was the elite unit known as the Immortals. These soldiers were the best of the best, numbering 10,000 strong, and they were called immortal because their numbers were always replenished. If one died or was injured, another immediately took his place, giving the illusion of an unstoppable, ever-present force. The Persian military strategy was often more about deterrence than destruction. With their vast wealth and disciplined army, the Persians dominated without needing to fight every battle. But when war came, Persia brought its full might to the conflict. No discussion of the Persian Empire is complete without mentioning its dramatic conflicts with Greece. These encounters not only defined the empire's limits, but also shaped much of Western history and mythology. The tensions began with the Ionian Revolt, a rebellion of Greek colonies in Asia Minor against Persian control. Though Darius quickly quelled the revolt, he sought to punish mainland Greece for meddling in Persian affairs, leading to what we now call the Greco-Persian Wars. The first major clash was the famous Battle of Marathon in 490 BCE. Persia's forces vastly outnumbered the Greeks, but the Athenians, using clever tactics and the terrain to their advantage, managed to defeat the invaders. This unexpected victory became a defining moment for Greek pride and a symbol of resistance against overwhelming odds. Darius's son, Xerxes, picked up where his father left off. Xerxes launched a massive campaign against Greece, one that included the iconic Battle of Thermopylae. You might recognize this battle, immortalized in the movie 300, where King Leonidas and his band of 300 Spartans held off the Persian army at a narrow mountain pass. Although ultimately a Persian victory, the Greek resistance became the stuff of legend. Despite Persia's immense power, its inability to fully subdue Greece marked the limits of its territorial ambitions. More importantly, it set the stage for centuries of East-West rivalry that would continue even after Persia's decline. While the Persian Empire is often associated with its military and territorial ambitions, its true greatness lies in its ability to integrate and celebrate diversity. Unlike other ancient empires, where conquered peoples were often subjugated and assimilated, the Persians allowed their subjects to maintain their languages, religions, and customs. This philosophy of cultural tolerance strengthened the empire, making it a loyal and harmonious network of peoples. This inclusivity extended to religion as well. Zoroastrianism, the primary faith of the empire, believed in the cosmic struggle between good and evil, encouraging followers to choose good deeds and ethical behavior. But rather than impose their faith on others, Persian rulers allowed different religions to coexist peacefully. Architecturally, too, Persia was ahead of its time. The city of Persepolis epitomized the empire's splendor. Its terraces, grand halls, and monumental gates weren't just impressive. They symbolized the fusion of various styles and techniques, borrowed and perfected from across the empire. Beyond physical achievements, Persia's administrative innovations influenced countless empires that followed. The way Darius organized communication, taxation, and law enforcement became a model for governance, laying the groundwork for the Roman and Byzantine empires centuries later. As grand as the Persian Empire was, no empire lasts forever. Around the time of Xerxes, signs of decline began to emerge. Leadership after Xerxes was inconsistent, with power struggles and weak rulers diminishing central control. At the same time, external pressures increased. The once mighty empire struggled to fend off revolts and invasions. The final blow came in the form of Alexander the Great. In 334 BCE, the young Macedonian king launched his campaign against Persia, defeating the empire's forces in a series of decisive battles. By 330 BCE, Persepolis lay in ruins, and the heart of Persia was under Alexander's control. But even in defeat, the Persian Empire didn't disappear entirely. In fact, its governance, culture, and traditions heavily influenced Alexander and the empires that followed. The Persian Empire wasn't just a superpower of its time, it set the standard for what an empire could achieve. Its groundbreaking policies in governance, its infrastructural marvels, its celebration of cultural diversity, and its commitment to justice continue to inspire. Persia wasn't simply about conquering territory, it was about uniting diverse peoples under a single, prosperous banner. Even after its fall, Persia's legacy endured. The Romans admired Persian architecture, and its ideas about governance were adapted into the administrative systems of countless empires. Today, the principles pioneered by Cyrus, Darius, and their successors still hold lessons for modern leadership. So why does the Persian Empire matter? Because it reminds us of the incredible things humanity can achieve when innovation, tolerance, and ambition come together. It's more than a tale of wars and rulers. It's a blueprint for civilization. As we close this chapter, let the story of Persia inspire us to take a broader view of history, appreciating not just the battles fought, but the connections forged and the cultures enriched. Thank you for joining us on this journey through one of history's greatest empires. If you enjoyed exploring the past with us, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.